Hi everyone, this is Megan Von Sell, your cancer expert, and I'm the owner and CEO of Cancer Peace University. And we created Cancer Peace University with you in mind. It is our goal to set you free from the fear of cancer. Now in this Facebook Live video, I want to talk about breastfeeding and cancer. Now, breastfeeding obviously does not cause cancer. Sometimes every place we turn, we think that there's a new thing that causes cancer, but breastfeeding in fact does not cause cancer. But breastfeeding actually will allow your body to have a lowered risk of developing certain types of cancer, including breast cancer. Now, I'm breastfeeding my 10-week-old right now, Cadell Noble Von Sell, and he could be waking up any minute to want to breastfeed, just to give you an ample warning. But I am amazed at what I learn about how breastfeeding can actually contribute to a lowered risk of later developing breast cancer. Now, Lyde and Newcomb both found that breastfeeding for 6 to 24 months would lower the risk of developing breast cancer for the women who was breastfeeding by 11 to 25%. That is pretty incredible and a pretty amazing thing that can help support your body. So when people ask me what am I doing for my health right now after having a newborn and having a child in August, I can say that breastfeeding is one of my strategies to prevent cancer. And let's look a little bit into why would breastfeeding lower my risk of developing breast cancer. Well, there's several things that happen during breastfeeding. One of the things that occurs during breastfeeding is that breastfeeding will help your abnormal cells to go through apoptosis, or normal cell death. You're actually, during breastfeeding, you will shed parts of your breast tissue. And this shedding process can help the body get rid of abnormal breast tissue. And what is apoptosis? Let's talk a little bit more about apoptosis. Apoptosis is normal cell death. And cancer cells have an interesting component to them in that they do not go through apoptosis, or normal cell death. And there's many reasons why this occurs, but this is why cancer cells can grow and replicate very rapidly within the body to develop a tumor. And it's amazing that breastfeeding can actually help your breast tissue to shed and for your body to get rid of abnormal tissue. And so this is why I choose to breastfeed, is that it does help support not only the health of my child, Cadell, but it also helps to support my health as well. There are two more reasons why breastfeeding can lower the chance of me developing breast cancer later in my life. Another reason is that a delay in menstrual cycle can actually reduce the risk of developing hormonally driven cancers like estrogen positive or progesterone positive. And this is because you have different hormonal balances going on in your body during breastfeeding. And you have a lowered amount of estrogen within your body when you're breastfeeding. Now, it's important to understand that with hormonal-driven breast cancers, the liver has a major role to play. And many times, the liver can be compromised and congested and overwhelmed with detoxification. And this can detour the liver from being able to remove excess hormones like estrogen in the body. And so I can support my body through breastfeeding, but if I do not have an infant, like I have an infant right now, I can also support my liver and help my liver to be able to release toxins so that I don't struggle in getting rid of excess hormones like estrogen in the body. We also have to understand that xenoestrogens have a part to play in hormonally driven breast cancer diagnoses, and we want to avoid xenoestrogens as well. And so we want to avoid pesticides and herbicides that can act and mimic estrogen within the body. We also want to avoid BPA in plastic water bottles, and we want to avoid other plastic BPA causes that mimic estrogen within the body and make these lifestyle changes so that our body doesn't have higher levels of estrogen that can feed a hormonally driven breast cancer diagnosis. And the third reason why breastfeeding can help lower my risk of developing cancer is that during breastfeeding, I will not be ovulating or have a delay in the ovulation cycle while I'm breastfeeding, and this can lower the risk of ovarian cancer. And it's amazing that breastfeeding for a baby can also protect against childhood cancers. And if your baby is a little girl, it can actually reduce the risk of your little girl developing breast cancer by 25%. And that's a pretty amazing component to breastfeeding for both yourself and for an infant. The other component to supporting your health when you are choosing to breastfeed is that women who would breastfeed over a year in research was found to have a 20% lowered risk of developing diabetes. And diabetes is important to avoid developing diabetes because diabetics have 3 times the likelihood of developing cancer. And why is this the case? This is because your pancreas plays a critical role in cancer surveillance in the body. Your pancreas releases pancreatic enzymes that actually tag team with the immune system. Pancreatic enzymes are actually meant to remove the negatively charged protein coating of cancer cells so that cancer cells are no longer repelled from the immune system, but now they're attracted to the immune system so that the immune system can remove them from the body. And so pancreatic enzymes are supposed to have a major role in cancer surveillance in the body, but with compromise to the pancreas because of a diagnosis of diabetes, this can increase the likelihood of someone developing cancer later in their lives. And so I'm going to continue to breastfeed, and I'm going to continue to be confident that I'm supporting not only my child's health, but also my own health. And I want to encourage you also that if you are breastfed as a child, you have a lowered risk of developing breast cancer because of breastfeeding and how supportive breastfeeding is of the immune system of your baby. So I hope that this is helping you understand more about cancer, about important prevention strategies. If you don't have an infant, there are also many ways you can support your body to prevent cancer and to support your body during a diagnosis. Next week, I'll be talking more about the amazing benefits of colostrum, and we'll be talking about how we can even use colostrum to support during a diagnosis to prevent cancer. And I hope that you've been encouraged. In February, I'm going to be opening enrollment for Cancer Peace University. I'll have my next class in February of 2019. If you want to enroll, enrollment is open between November and January of 2019. And I'm enrolling to help train up holistic practitioners to become Cancer Peace University instructors. And if you sign up for a free 20-minute consult, you can personal message me, PM me in my inbox in Facebook to set up a free 20-minute consult to ask more about my Cancer Peace University training program. I will send you a free book, my book, What is Cancer? And I would love to share that book with you and would love to help you in any way. But I'm training instructors to teach on what is cancer so that we can have a better understanding of the holistic perspective of cancer and certain strategies that can help support your body to prevent cancer and to support during a diagnosis. So I'm Megan Von Sell, your cancer expert, and I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope that everyone has a great day. Thank you.